welcome to A Lick of the Day. I am Brett Papa, and today, as all of you know by now, my favorite guitar player ever is Eddie Van Halen. I mean, come on. I was like 7 years old and heard Eruption. I was just like, what? Actually, I take that back. I heard Beat It. I was like, what is that? And I had an older brother, and he's like, oh, that's Van Halen. And that was the year 1984 came out, too. And I was just like, oh, mind blown. Just that is what I want to do when I grow up. So, here we are, a lot of years later. But anyways, how can you add someone's influence into your playing without directly and totally ripping them off? Well, the idea is to take a couple of their licks, fuse it in with your playing, and also mix it up with your own kind of thing. So how do we do that? Well, in the beginning of this lick, basically just, right, a lot of the earlier Eddie rhythms are, like say the Diver Down and Van Halen 2, and the rhythms aren't that complex. Now, as he gets later on in the albums and stuff, the compositions and the rhythms get way more intricate. But let's just take something basic like. Now, a way to spice that up, right, is to pick it or pluck it with your hands. Now, there's lots of people who do this, like David Grissom, Eric Johnson. Tons of people do this, but the first, real place I heard it a lot was Van Halen. So one of the things you can do is take pieces of the chords, like the root note, and then a lot of suspended, right? Think of Panama, right? That sort of thing. So, right? So what you can do is break up those two chords. So maybe, right? So, and then the G and the B, and then you're going to go down to a B flat, right? So maybe you take a piece of the B flat, right? And the root and the third. So. Now, part of his sound that I love is his first position licks. Now, this is totally something I'm fusing my own thing in with something like what Eddie would do, which is those really killer bends and the vibrato. His vibrato, especially for being like early 20s, was just sick, right? So we got. Now that lick is going to be all in C minor pentatonic, but I'm going to fuse C major position 2 in there. Right, so we're going to start off 9th fret. So we go 9, 10, jump down to 8, and then I'm going to go. Okay, so we got. And then I'm going to go 9 to, or that would be 8 to 9. Right, and do a slow bend up. So that's going to be 8, 9, right? And then jump down to E. Okay, now the next part is going to be something that's more, just 80s in general, like Warren DeMartini, George Lynch, a little bit bigger of a stretch. There we go. So let's do 12 to 8, and then we're going to go. Okay, so that's total Eddie. Right, that blues note. So we're going to go 11, 8, and then, right, so we got, and then we're going to go 11, 10, 8, right, and then, so 10, 10, 10, and then I'm going to bend up the 8th fret and drop it down a half step. Right, so we got. So that. next part, I'm going to slide into the 10th fret. Okay, so we got 10, 10, 9, slide down to 7, 8. Okay, so. Now, Eddie would do this kind of, right? And sometimes he'd be like, right? That might have been a way to do it, but I wanted to go up higher. So what I did was, okay, so that's 2, 3, 2, 5, back to 2. And then down to here, right? Because we got. So remember, that lick is based off of playing around these two chords. Right? Now I want to come back to C, so I'm going to go. So we got. Right? And then. Back into. Okay, so slowly. Now we got to go classic. You can't do Eddie without a tap, right? So basically, right, we're going to take a C major, right, we're going to bend that up. And then since my C minor is right here, I'm going to just use a note of the C minor scale. Come back down, and then, because we're back to B flat, right? And then I'm going to go back to here, right? So. Now keep in mind, what I'm doing here is I'm playing off of C minor, C major, and then these two chords, right? So, right? That's all, folks. Depending on which chord you're landing on, you can either go right for the B flat or right for the C. And then I'm just going to walk down between these two chords. Total Eddie, pinch harmonics, and then right, so give it a little tug. G3, not to be confused with Satriani. Guitar player joke. All right. walk down's all on the D. So we got 3, 5, 4, 3, 1, and then back to G. 3 to 5. So there's lots of things you can do. I mean, to me, or dudettes, dudes, all you out there, peeps, dogs, cats, brothers, sisters, storm clouds. The point of the matter is there's so many killer things in his playing. One. Right? Just taking those pieces and plucking and picking at the same time. His rhythm is like the most underrated thing ever, and it's actually probably the best part of his playing. His lead playing, sick, unorthodox, ripping, incredible stuff, but without the songs, right, we would have never heard the solos. So don't underestimate his rhythm playing. It's some of the sickest stuff ever. YouTube Van Halen isolated guitar tracks. Just mind-blowing how killer his rhythm and the feel, right? So there's that. Then there's the kind of making your own way through like pentatonic 1, but remembering that like in C minor, for instance, pull off blues note. And then, right? And this third, he bends up the minor third all the time. Now this is kind of I'm the One. Kind of a vibe. Ice Cream Man, the bigger stretches that he does, right? So that. And then sliding down from one position to another. Right? And then this. Always doing that, right? So, but what I wanted to do is to not just steal a lick and totally, pinch his vibe, was to interject just some major pentatonic runs. Right? A little Van Halen country. And then come back to great little lick. Like he does in Panama. Right? So back into my chord. And then playing off of the chord, the suspended. And then the total Eddie walk down. Right? You can walk down to the lower root too. Okay, so if we did the whole thing all together. Things I did not do was tremolo picking, but that's, another lick of the day. If you guys have some ideas of, like, let's do a lick of the day and the style of, leave it in the comment section below. You want more Van Halen kind of stuff, let me know. Hendrix Gilmore, all those, Billy Gibbons. I don't know. There's endless guitar players out there for your delight. And there's always something to learn from everyone. Neil Sean, come on. Hello, Melody. So many good players out there to learn from. And then you just mix it up with your own licks and bam, you got something awesome. Check out brettpapa.com over there. Don't be afraid to buy something. That funds all of the free videos and keeps me, self-employed so I can do this for you. There's also a subscribe. And then over there, there'll be some other videos and such. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the continued support. Don't forget to leave your comments below on what you want to see. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.